Hello friends, my name is Naz Perez and you're watching the big ticket interview for Dune Part 2, and as you can see, no unattractive people were allowed in the making of this film. It's crazy to think about the journey this story has been on to make it to the big screen. Frank Herbert's epic sci-fi novel that inspired a whole genre was denied 22 times by editors who thought it was too complex. In the 70s, Alejandro Jodorowsky tried to give us the coolest Dune movie never made. And then in the 80s, we got a Dune film, but some fans thought that it didn't quite capture all of the story. So as I was coming here, I was thinking about how, man, it's been 60 years that fans have been waiting to see Paul Atreides try and fulfill his prophecy, you know?
Thank you.
I've heard you say before in an interview that Chani, Paul's love interest, is really his moral compass. Otherwise, the Messiah prophecy would be too abstract, right? And Zendaya, you play Chani. And Chani and Paul are literally like sci-fi Romeo and Juliet. You know, I was reading that you shot scenes with Timothy in Abu Dhabi and Jordan as the sun was going down, and I was thinking, man, like, the pressure to relax into romance when you're pressed for time, and like, how are they flirting in futuristic space talk? Like, is he wooing her with a sandwalk? You know what I mean?
Like, we were trying to figure that out too. You know?
Definitely.
I think Denny was also trying to figure that out. But I think what he's so brilliant at, which I think is so impressive, is while the movie is so massive and there's so much to cover, there's so much to, like you say, honor, right? And everybody has their own, you know, storyline, their own moments, but he always is able to find the human moments, which is what guides us through everything, and carve out those things that feel like no matter what planet you're on, you feel connected and you feel like it's your own. And so I don't know. I think I think we all were trying to figure out, how do we balance so much happening to these characters, such intense stakes, and you know, while also allowing them to just be young people that are like having this like romance and whatever, and it's conflicting and it's painful and it's confusing because Paul represents something that to her is everything she despises, you know. So
can you tell us about bringing their epic love to life in this, because it is the center of the film?
I think trust in Denny.
Yeah.
I think we always kind of go back to that. He's I think more than anyone, he understands the material through and through because he loves it. Like I know he said that he signed like his yearbook, Muad'Dib, right? So it's like he really loves this. So when you're asking him a question, he's already thought of it like 10 times over. So all the worries I have, he's already had them, you know, by the time I get there. And it's so nice to know that you're in safe hands and you can ask those questions and be in those moments and figure it out, and also know that you can experiment and have fun while also like being there's structure and there's support and there's a vision already there too. So yeah, I think we just trust that he knows he'll guide us, you know.
Yeah. How would you describe their love in Part 2?
I feel like it's I would say the love story isn't given, right? It's earned because like I said, he represents to her everything that she that represents pain, right? And hurt and fear. And so when she's confronted with the feeling of like, oh wait a minute, I think I love this person, that's like the separation between mind and heart. And how do you accept both of those things at once, you know? And I don't, without giving anything away or ruining it for anyone, whether you've read the books or not, you know, it is, there's a lot of sacrifices that have to be made, you know, for something that's bigger than everyone. And so everybody has to sacrifice a little piece of their heart, or big piece, you know.
Wow.
But yeah, it's big. There's so much to talk. Like there's so much you can keep going and going and going. You know, there's so much to talk about. But like he said, I'm just so grateful to be here with these. I mean, these talented people. It's like, you know, the whole thing, doing it, pinch me, and you're always just like, wow, I can't believe I'm here.
I know I speak for a lot of people when I say people can't wait to see more of Chani in Part 2. And Zendaya, you were so effortless and yet such a force. And those feel like such opposing energies, right? But you just like make it happen, so I cannot wait.
Well, there's a real frame of reference for writing a sandworm.
Right.
So you're trying to do it cool, you know, and make it look strong. And so you're trying to like, okay, do I hold like this? Do I stand like this? Do I have my leg here? Do I have, you know, you're trying to have the strongest worm writing pose at the end of the day, you know, because it's filmmaking, you know, so you're trying to
figure it out.
Figure it
Not
out.
just any weird gammy arms.
No. Well, they CGI'd all of it.
It's not me.
It's not you.
That's incredible. And just seeing you, the queen of poses, like, dude, like that was everything.
Yeah, figure it out.
And before I go, I have to ask, because after Frank Herbert wrote Dune, a lot of fans thought of Paul as a hero. And so according to Denis, he wrote Dune Messiah to prove that it was actually a warning. Denis has said he has words on paper for a part 3. For those of you who play characters in that book, would you be down? And what type of story do you think Denis would tell?
Would we be down? I mean, of course. Yeah, it was like.
Nah, we're all tapping out now.
I think, you know, anytime Denis calls, it's a yes for me, at least, you know. I mean, I'm excited to see what happens. I mean, I started Messiah and I was like, whoa, okay, we're shooting the first movie. Let me just go back to the first one, you know, because it's so much to take in, and I think there's no better hands with better care and love for it than him. So I think I'm just excited to see what's like, you know, we're all just like, it's just like anticipation. You know, whenever he's ready, I know he's like a perfectionist in many ways and doesn't want to share things unless he's fully ready to do that. So respecting that and wait till he's ready.
Well, at its core, Dune is a story of prophecy and fate versus free will. And I can say confidently that I think it was fate that you all were chosen to tell this story. So thank you so much for putting your art into it and doing it. And thank you guys so much for watching. Tickets to Dune Part 2 are on sale right now on Fandango.com. My name is Az Perez, and hopefully I will see you next time in a pair of Nike Messiah Dune
And thanks to you.
Good
Those were
job.
amazing
Boy.
questions.
Good
Thank
job.
you.
Thanks, guys.